Hello, and welcome to the ItsNickJ Show. A little bit of a new name we're going to try out here. Instead of the ItsNickJ channel episode, I think we're on 5 now. So we're going to change it over to ItsNickJ Show. This will be the weekly recorded show that you've gotten used to every week. Been a great week. Let's look at our stats here. We have added 2 subscribers this week. We're up to 14, so we're doing well there. Still got a ways to go to get up to 1,000. Once we hit 100, we'll be doing some live shows here and there. And I may be sneaking in some live shows anyway, because we have started working on the new venture I told you about. I think it was in the original episode, or the second episode, or the third. It's all starting to get to be a whirlwind, but Nick's Pro Shop is really starting to come together. Later on, I will show you some pictures here of some interesting things we found while we were working in the Pro Shop this weekend. So, very cool stuff we found. Let's see here. We, like I said, 2 subscribers. So that's good. I need more people to subscribe, though, because let's look at the latest numbers here. It's getting better. 67.7% of the people that view my content are not subscribed to this page. So let's go ahead and get it over with. My usual weekly thing. Please, if you enjoy my content, even if you only enjoy it just a little teeny tiny bit, please hit the subscribe button. Like I keep saying, and I'll keep preaching this to you, it doesn't cost you anything. We're not asking for anything. Nobody's going to come to your house. You're not going to get junk mail, anything like that. All you got to do is hit subscribe. That helps me out a whole bunch. I would appreciate it if you would hit subscribe. That would be very kind of you. Also, if you like my content, ring the bell so you get notifications when I do post new content. Right now, it's pretty regular. Videos premiere every Wednesday at 3 p.m. And, of course, this is Tuesday night when I'm recording this. It does take it a while to upload, and I also have to do a little bit of editing, especially on the shows where I add in a lot of content offline there. So it's definitely going to be a late night tonight because I'm going to have lots of content in this video that I have to edit and add in. But I don't mind doing it at all. If y'all can just help me out. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Like the video. If you like what you see, give it a thumbs up. That helps as well. And come back and watch it again. And again. And again. And again. The more you watch it, the better. The more it helps us out. We got to get to 4,000 watch hours. Let's see what we're at currently. We're at 21, so we got some work to do there. So come back, watch these videos again and again and again and again. Watch them till you're sick of seeing them. I watch them again too, just so we can get that view hours up there, and we need to get some subscribers. Hopefully pretty soon, now that we are starting to work on the Nick's Pro Shop space. I may be doing some live sessions from the Pro Shop space as it starts to take shape a little bit more. Also want to do a big shout out today to Dave Lambert and his wife Elena for coming up today and working with us, showing us the ball drilling basics for bowling balls. And we really just, while Dave was around, we really picked his brain today. And just want to give a shout out and a thanks to him. He's opening a new center. Well, not a new center, but I have a feeling it's going to be like new once they're finished with it, down in Greenville, called Olympia Lanes. So if you are in the Greenville, Tennessee area, watch out for Olympia Lanes to be open again. They're doing a lot of work on it, and it's going to be a good place there, getting bowling back in Greenville there. So huge shout out to them. When they open back up, I'll let you know. If you are in the Greenville area, go see them. If you're in the Bristol area, come see us at New Belmont Lanes and Nick's Pro Shop, which will be open, we're hoping sometime in July. So we'll talk about that a little bit more later, and I'll show you some of the cool stuff we found. So I was kind of sitting here scratching my head as to what we were going to do today, because I'm going to apologize again. It's been one of those weeks, and I just haven't had time to get out to film any content. I have been researching. Like I said, the quicker we get our subscriber base up, the more able I'm going to be able to get out and do that content. Because right now, it's on my personal dime. And, I enjoy making content for you, but I, got to have some money coming in there to be able to make these trips out to places. And it's also been very hot when it hasn't been raining, so that's kind of put a damper on that. And, my Pro Shop project there has been kind of, as we get the space ready to go. So I got to thinking about, well, what have I been seeing here lately? And I've been seeing a lot of people posting this stuff again about of these pages off Facebook, and I'll add a few of them in here in editing so you can see where they're saying if you like and share this picture, you'll be in the entry for a new Toyota Tundra pickup truck. Or there's one I was seeing a lot last year, which really, really got to me, is if you liked and shared this page, Kroger was going to give you $250 in groceries for everybody that liked and shared these pages. Now, I know some of you hearing this, you're going like, Nick, come on. Who is actually going to believe this? But I keep seeing friends on my friends list on Facebook that keep posting this. And, I mean, it's just not true. And, I mean, it's not really a scam. But it kind of is. They're not getting any personal information or anything like that. They're just getting you to like and share. So basically, they're just wasting your time. But where I think it is still a scam, what I think happens, they get people to like and share this stuff, claiming that they're, Kroger, Toyota, whoever. And then once they've got all these like and shares, they go in and then they change the name of the page to something else. So it looks like you've liked and shared, that particular page there. So I just want to go on record. I've said this again and again and again, and I'll say it again and again and again some more. There is no business out there that is going to give you something of value for doing nothing more than liking and sharing a post. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. Even back in the days when businesses actually did this kind of stuff, you still had to go to the store or wherever. You had to write down on a little card all your information, put it in a box, or send a postcard, the self-addressed stamped envelope to blah, 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 blah. You actually had to do something. And the thing with this is, you could go to the store and you could see it was legit because there were posters everywhere. They had whatever they were going to give away. It was sitting right there. Even in the days of Facebook, this is easily checked, and a lot of people don't do this. All you have to do is go to that page and look at their post. If they only have one post, there's your sign. Usually where it says what they are, normally if it was the actual place's Facebook page, it would say that they were a business, grocery store, whatever. Most of these places, when you actually go check on these, it says fan page, community page, something like that. It doesn't say grocery store, whatever. So that's one quick way. And they're very sneaky. They will get the logo. I mean, it's nothing to go get a business's logo and put it on a Facebook page. So really, truly, people, before you waste your time posting this, just ask yourself the question. Does this sound legit? And if you think so, then follow the page. Check the page out, see what it looks like. If they only have one or two posts and they're very recently, then it's not real. It's a scam. There is no business out there, like I said, that is going to give something of major value just because you liked and shared a Facebook page. Not going to happen. Sorry. So really, truly, they're just wasting your time. And like I said, the way they're scamming you is, I believe, they're getting you to like and share in a page. They go back, they change the name of the page, and it makes it look to other people like you have liked that particular page of whatever they changed it to. So just keep that in mind. And a lot of people go, well, what if it's true? Hi, Harley. What if it's true? What if, I didn't do all this and I could have won a new Toyota Tundra? Come on. Think about it. Do you really, truly think Toyota is going to give away a 2021 Toyota truck? I mean, really. Not going to happen. It's like last year. During COVID, Kroger was not going to give away to every person that liked and shared that status $250 in groceries. It's not going to happen. The key rule of thumb of things, if it sounds too good to be true, then it is. Don't fall for this stuff. It's a waste of your time. And like every time I see one of these posted on Facebook, I comment in the comment section with the facepalm. So if you posted one of these and you see me comment with the facepalm, that's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you, I can't believe you fell for that. So please save yourself some time. Don't get caught up in the time scam. That's what I call it. And, just save everybody else from reading it. Because, we don't want to see that. That's not true. So some other scams about there. Anybody, if you remember, told you I was in the convenience industry for quite a while. So over my many years in convenience, I was in training for the last little bit. So I always liked training. Even when I was a store manager, I liked to train new employees because I wanted to make sure they were trained correctly. And that was the best way for me to do that. So what I'd like to do today, I want to share with a lot of you how to check money to see if it's real. Now, there are some really good counterfeits out there, and then there's some really bad ones. So what to look for is a big deal. So I'm going to show you a very bad one right off the bat. Anybody see the problem? I'll let you know what it is here in a second. Here's the back. Spot the problem? Well, this is money that anybody out there can get. If you notice on the front and the back, and if you really truly examine the bill carefully, it is on the bill like 11 different spots. It says for motion picture use only. Now on the new bills, when you hold them up to the light, you will see a security strip in them. And imprinted on that security strip is the denomination of the bill. The $100 bill, which I just showed you, there should be a blue hologram that as you move it, changes. Here's a real $100 bill. Trying to move it so you can see that hologram strip. And right over here is the hologram strip. Not the hologram strip, but the security thread that's inside of the bill that says USA 100 on it. I'm trying to hold it to where maybe you can see it. I was able to see it on the camera there just a minute ago. But the big thing, the watermark that's over here, in this particular case, it's Thomas Jefferson that's on the bill. On the back of the bill, has anybody caught what was different there? So motion picture use only was all over that other bill. The one thing on all the bills is the jacket. Even the $1 and $2 bill that doesn't have the advanced security measures, if you run your finger over the jacket, you hear that? It's textured. That's a quick, easy way. Also down here in the corner, and I'll show you this as you flip the bill, this little 100 here changes from green to copper. Also, there's a Liberty Bell in the inkwell, which when you flip it, it looks like it appears and disappears because that changes from green to copper as well. So that's another quick, easy way that you can tell on the $100 bills. Now, that one was pretty obvious. Let's look at some more that aren't so obvious. So, what do you think about this one? Looks pretty real, doesn't it? Show you the back side. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? And this one literally fooled me. It was laying on a counter, and I was like, why is this money just laying here? As soon as I picked it up, I knew. That's one of the big ways to tell by touch. Anybody that's ever touched money before, when you touch a counterfeit, you should know. It does not feel like a real bill. And the test I just showed you, you hear that sound? That doesn't sound the same as that real $100 bill I just showed you. There is no texture to this bill. It's a pretty good one, but it's a fake. Here's another one, another 50. You'll notice that the coloration is not right. It doesn't even look like the last 50 that I just showed you. All wrong. This is a really poor one. They've tried to tape it back together. And this just feels like a piece of wadded up copy paper. That's all that feels like. But they were trying to fool by putting the tape on it. Let's move on to the 20. The $20 bill that you can see here. You see at the top there where it's gone away. That's just paper. A real $20 bill is not going to look like that. Also, you feel that? There is no texture in that jacket. If you were be able to see this here, you hold it up to light, none of the security measures are there because it's fake. Here's one that's out there a lot. If you ever see a $20 bill with funky Chinese writing on it and you're taking something for payment, do not take this. Another one I'm going to show you here that they like to do with these, they like to take these and erase the funny looking Chinese marks. But you see they forgot and left them the tracks up here. But if I can show you both of these in the same frame, you'll see that the erasure marks on the bottom bill are in the places where the Chinese characters are on the top bill. So just remember, look at bills before you take them, especially if you're dealing with somebody off of Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, where you're meeting them somewhere. Before you hand over whatever, check that money. Don't trust counterfeit pens. A lot of these, they can spray them with a special chemical. It'll make that pen mark good. If they use a certain type of paper, it's going to make that pen mark good. Those pens are not worth the plastic that they're made out of. So do your own visual inspection. In editing, I'm going to see if I can put up the thing from the Federal Reserve that actually shows you where all the special security measures are, so you'll know. So we'll continue on here. $10 bill. And like I said, some of these are really, really good. But you can see there is no strip, no watermark. The ink in the corner doesn't change. And one of the big things that I can see here looking at the back of it, the front and the back on a real bill will line up perfectly. You won't be able to see, they'll line up. On most of your counterfeit bills, for whatever reason, they can't get them to line up right. Here's another one where the front of the bill, the printing on the front of the bill is bigger than the back. And again, You can't see any of the security measures when you hold it up to light. This is a really, really bad 5. I mean, even touching it, I mean, it's just, this is terrible. And the back is worse. Real money has very crisp images. They're very crisp. They're very clean. This one's a pretty decent one. But again, if you examine it closely, it's not at all. Now, what was really scary, this is a counterfeit $1 bill. Believe it or not, that is a counterfeit one. You can really tell on the back. Now you're probably going, Nick, well, how do you know that this one is counterfeit? Well, number one, you feel the jacket. No ridges. No ridges at all. It's smooth. Number two, hi, sissy. Everybody's coming in and joining me today. But number two, what? Well, get up here and say something. Love you too. But anyway, the way to tell on the older bills that don't have the security measures, number one, the jacket, the texture on the jacket, and number two, if you look really closely, woven into the paper, and money's not really paper, it's kind of a cloth paper mixture. I kind of jokingly refer to it as claper. But if you look at it, you can see tiny red and blue fibers that are woven into the paper. Okay, yeah. So, if you don't see these, then the bill's not real. And this $1 bill, you know, we had to look at it. But number one, the ridges in the jacket weren't there. That was the biggie. Number two, the red and blue threads weren't there. So that's how we were able to tell. So, that was just a little quick, rough, dirty way to tell if your money is real or fake. Like I said, do yourself a favor. You can get on the Federal Reserve site, and I will show a picture of this. It is out there. Anybody can pick this up and have this, especially if you own a business where you take money. You need to have this handy. You need to have the color copy of it so you can see these things. And I will find it and I will put it up here as we're talking about this here so you can see it. Also where you can find it online. It has been a while since I've been out there, so I'll get the website for you. Excuse me, and have that put up there as well. All right, believe it or not, that put us right at about 24 minutes just talking about that there. So I want to right now show you some of the cool stuff that we found while we were working on remodeling the Pro Shop space this weekend. So the first picture you will see here, it's a picture of an old Piccadilly cafeteria sign that we found in the space there. It was actually encased in a workbench wall type area. So the best I can figure, this is back from when Belmont used to have businesses that would sponsor leagues, and this was one of the signs for a league sponsor. This is obviously way back before my time because I don't even remember this logo here, but that is for the Piccadilly cafeteria that was located in the Bristol Mall. And Many of you may not know, but Piccadilly Cafeteria was a big cafeteria chain here in the South for many years. We used to have one in Bristol, Kingsport, and Johnson City. All three malls had a Piccadilly Cafeteria. Unfortunately, last year during COVID, our last Piccadilly Cafeteria in the Kingsport Fort Henry Mall, they closed permanently because of COVID, and they didn't open back up. So our closest Piccadilly Cafeteria is in Georgia now. So sometime soon, planning a trip down to Georgia just to go eat at a Piccadilly Cafeteria. Their food is that great. Highly recommend it. And now here's a picture of the other sign. It's a Sundrop sign. This one's upside down, but you can tell what it looks like. This is another one that was found in a wall behind a workshop bench there. And again, I think this was another, not necessarily a league promotion, but one of the soda vendors that may have had there that had this sign up. No way to really tell for sure. Pretty cool. When I was working in the pro shop earlier today, I did find an old bowling ball that still said Larry's Lanes on it. It was a house ball that still says Larry's Lanes, so that's pretty cool. And Megan told me that Victor had found an undrilled house ball that still says Larry's Lanes on it. So I'm going to try to get a picture of both of those so I can share those with you. That's really exciting to see the past come out there. And we're really willing, we want to keep the past, the good past. You know, there was some bad past that happened there that we're going to try to forget. But we're really working toward the future there. New Belmont Lanes is a fine family establishment, and love it. We want to keep it that way, and we want to make sure it's around for future generations after we're gone. So believe it or not, I find it hard to believe. We're right at 28 minutes right now. So I'm just going to finish up here by saying subscribe if you haven't. Do me a personal favor. Help me out there. If you like my content whatsoever, even if you just like it a little tiny bit, please like it and then watch it. Also, hit your bell, the little bell down there, and that helps when I post new content. It will let you know. Like I said, the It's Nick J Show every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Unless something goes wrong like it did the one week, I'll try to let you know. And as we start working on the Pro Shop, I will post some live videos out there. They probably won't be very long, but just to let you know what's going on so you can get a little glimpse in and see what's happening as far as my business venture there. So that's our 28 minutes for this week. So this is Nick J from It's Nick J Studios saying, have a great day.